So you've probably seen from the title that the non-launch edition of the new Tesla Model Y is now available for test drive at the service centers. I was scrolling last night on the website and happened to see that you're able to schedule a test drive, and that's exactly what I did. I currently drive, as you can see, I'm sitting in a 2023 Tesla Model Y long range all-wheel drive. So I did arrive a little bit early to my appointment. I got about another 10 minutes before I can head over there. So as soon as those 10 minutes go by, we're going to get right into it and hop in the new Model Y. So now we're in the cabin of the brand new Model Y. You're not really seeing too much of a difference, but I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see. So here is the new UI. Here is the UI. It's not really anything different than what you currently could have if you have a 2023 or later Model Y. Obviously this part is different here. It's got the new light bar. Even the icon here is definitely different. See if I can get a good zoom in for you guys. You can see the light bar kind of goes across and it matches what the new Model Y looks like. Here is the steering wheel. It is very identical to the new Model 3. Obviously, the only difference is that you don't have any turn signals here as buttons anymore because they brought the stock back. So the stock is definitely very interesting because, again, it only goes up and down. There is no click in or click out or any buttons here. For me, that's perfectly fine, but for some people that might be a little odd who like to start the windshield wipers from there or just, you know, a quick one for the most part, or any other kind of functionalities. The high brights are another thing that you can kind of click back on most vehicles. So overall, for me, it's fine. The way it clicks though, when you feel it, it feels very much like all it does is the turn signals, so you're not really going to be getting, you know, anything more than that. The other thing I want to point out here too is that if you get the black interior, which luckily I got one to test drive with the black interior, you notice that it's mostly all black, obviously, but right here they have this gray fabric mesh that they have in the long range rear wheel drive Model 3. If you get the all wheel drive or the performance variant, you will get, it doesn't have this mesh here, and you get that kind of black Alcantara, which is actually this piece right here. But I'm really liking that they put a different kind of color here. It's kind of a really nice contrast instead of it being all the same color, which is really, really nice. Obviously the buttons are updated, so you can see it a little bit better, so you can push this button to get out when you need to. It was smaller in other vehicles, so that's why there's a lot of people that had a hard time finding it. Hopefully this bigger button will be a little bit better. And then down here now they have an emergency icon for the hatch here, for the emergency latch in case you get in an accident or the vehicle loses power. This is the hatch that you can pull in order to get out. But overall, I mean, it's basically all the Model 3 Highland upgrades for the most part. You have the same center console and everything. It might be a little bit bigger and deeper in there just because this is a bigger vehicle for the most part. Your standard cup holders, you have this cover right here, as well as the new kind of I guess material, we'll call it, that they have in the new Model 3. Very, very nice. I really, really like it. It feels really, really nice too. And then here's kind of a quick overview of the dash for the most part. I'm not going to show you the ambient lighting. That runs all across here, and you can see kind of into the door, that line right there. Not going to turn that on because I'm in the sunlight right now. It's obviously very sunny here in Phoenix, and you're not going to be able to see it very well, but trust me when I tell you, it's there for sure. For the most part. But anyways, yeah, you know, you have your other buttons right here. You have the horn here normally, which is good. They have a nice button right here where you can push that, and that brings up all your cameras. And this is actually the front camera, and you can swipe up and it goes to the back. And then swiping down here, this is the new front camera, which I have to say is a really, really nice feature. I'm hoping that they're going to bring this to the new Model 3. Okay, everybody, I got a whole POV set up right here. We're going to be giving it a test drive here. I'm going to swipe up to go. Now we can start heading out. Let's get the seat back here. So right off the bat, I'm definitely feeling a much smoother ride, and it is just ridiculously, hold on, had to turn the air off. It is ridiculously quiet in here. Really, really nice. I mean, I'm probably coming in really, really loud just because you can barely hear anything. It is very quiet. And then if we just open the window, definitely a massive difference there. Wow. We're not kidding that they reduced the cabin noise in this thing. Suspension definitely feels really, really nice in this thing. I have to say, just any kind of bump, I don't even know if I went over any bumps because it's just that smooth. This thing is definitely nice. Gotta be honest though, I'm not feeling a massive difference from mine. Between the suspension definitely being better and it being far more well built, it still feels kind of similar to mine, but definitely an upgrade for sure. So we're about to head on the freeway now, and definitely interested to see how it's going to fare on the freeway in terms of noise reduction and everything. Because on the city streets, that's one thing, like I already showed you guys, but showing you the freeway, that's going to be the big game changer here, whether the noise reduction is actually quieter than the older one for sure. For me, it's the road noise is definitely there, but you know, we're gonna see how much better it actually is, and I'll stop talking as soon as we fully fledged get on the freeway. As soon as I pass, I'm gonna get in this lane so we can kind of get more on rickety. Here we go, here's some rickety side of the road with a bunch of bumps. Okay, so I'm gonna stay quiet so you can see it. And while I'm at it here at the stoplight, let's try out the new feature. So if we tap right here on the bottom and everything, turn on the AC, I'll tap again to bring it up. There's a new serpentine kind of feature right here, and I'm gonna turn that on. And what that does, as you can see, it's gonna start to serpentine the air and blow it back and forth. I'm pretty sure, honestly, that as a driver, that's gonna be a little odd for the most part. But for, you know, I think it's going to be really good if you're able to have that in the car for the keep mode, to keep it cool in the car when you have it in the parking lot and you're going to the grocery store. I think that'll be a really good feature because it'll serpentine the air a little bit more back and forth and cool down the cabin for sure. I think that's going to be a really, really good feature for that. But again, some people might like that in their cabin when they're driving, to feel the air going back and forth. I personally don't, but who knows, that might be your thing. You know, just whatever you personally kind of want to do with that. So, you know, that's totally up to you. Okay, now that we got more on a normal road here, not the freeway, let's just give the 0 to 60 a try. Okay. Oh yeah, that's definitely pretty much on par for an all-wheel drive. Very, very nice. Acceleration's there, people. As you probably could have already guessed, you're not going to have to worry about this thing not having any pickup whatsoever. Once again, this is the all-wheel drive and everything. It just picks up like crazy. You probably can see my camera flopping back a little bit in the frame there while it goes. Oh yeah, you can always count on that on being a thing with Tesla. It's an amazing thing and something you definitely have to experience. Another reason why I definitely recommend to test drive for the most part. So overall, final thoughts on the new Model Y. I definitely like it. The suspension is definitely better. The noise cabin reduction is definitely much better. It's definitely quieter on the freeway. Hopefully the camera was able to kind of pick that up for you guys, whether it was or not. I did the best I could. You have to understand, with these test drives, it's not always easy to be able to have a lot of time to film these things. People are starting to find out that you are able to test drive, so obviously they are, you know, pretty packed now. I got a really early appointment at like 10:30ish, and they even took me even before then just to kind of get me out there because they know they're going to have a lot of traffic to come in and test drive the new Y, because we finally are getting our hands on the non-launch edition. I do recommend the vehicle for a lot of people. For the most part, it is the #1 selling car in the world, and I think with this new refresh, it's 100% going to be continue to be the best selling vehicle in the world as well. So hopefully you guys like this video. Subscribe, like if you can. That would very, very much be appreciated to help me out. Obviously at this point you can see I'm a very small channel, and hopefully things can get going at some point. And of course, my referral code if you want to order a Tesla. Unfortunately, real quick, I want to go over is that right now, because the new Model Y, as I'm calling it, is new, my referral code, you could use it towards the new Model Y and I might get a kickback, but you won't get a kickback. So it's not really the best thing to use it for the new Model Y currently. But who knows, maybe down the line they will be available, because you have to remember it's new. It's, you know, it's not going to have the referral code perks. But if you do want to use my referral code for a Model 3, a Cybertruck, a Model S, or Model X, it does work for all those. They are giving anywhere from $500 to $1,000 off if you use my referral code, and it'll be down as a link in the description below. So that's always there if you guys would like to use that. If you have any questions about the new Model Y, things I didn't cover in this video, obviously I didn't have a lot of time, so I'm doing my very best to cover what I can in the time period. But if you had any questions about the vehicle that I didn't cover in this video, please leave a comment down below and I will definitely get back to you about that and any questions you might have, and I can answer them to the best of my ability. Till then, guys, thank you so much if you made it this far into the video. I'll see you guys around. Peace.